Hey guys, how's it going? We are back. We just got done the trade deadline there. Made a few splashes here and there, so let's just check these out as our splash, what we did during the trade deadline. So, first of all, before that, we did sign Braden Holtby to a little 3-year contract there as a backup goalie, just in case Briz gets hurt during the playoffs. We have a backup and goalie. Now, some of the trades that we made a trade with the Florida Panthers, so we got rid of Matthew Dumba just because he just wasn't progressing the way he was, and it was just time to get rid of him. Gartrusa, who was just an unsigned goalie, and a third-round pick because we got rid of a lot of the guys who we didn't even sign and got draft picks back for them. So we had tons of third-round picks. And in return, we got back Alex Petrovic, an 85 overall defenseman, two-way defenseman, so that's very good. He gets placed into the team automatically. And also, we did get rid of Braden Coburn because I was not planning on re-signing Braden Coburn back in there, so we got rid of him, Smoskowitz, and Timu Maramaki, just a couple of three-star guys in the minors. But we got back Duncan Simons, another defenseman, 4.5 gold star potential defenseman, defensive defenseman. I think he actually had a couple stats better than Brady Coburn anyway, so that was really good. There were a bunch of uh, other transactions that happened. Was there anything notable? I didn't even check through these last time. Duncan Simons, yeah. GT Miller, yeah. Just a couple of call-ups. Oh wow! So we traded Coburn to Colorado, and then he gave it right back to Pittsburgh. So Coburn, Kobasu, Hall, they got those there. Really, really. EA, please fix your game. That's ridiculous, dude. I didn't even notice that. I didn't even notice that from last time. Detroit claims Sidney Crosby off waivers. Oh my god. What I wouldn't do to kill for somebody like that. I could get rid of Giroux, man. Oh, you gotta be shitting me. Detroit, you're a lucky bastard. How could they afford him and Crosby? That's ridiculous. Islanders are trying to boost up their team, getting Payarvi. Detroit, yeah, Detroit made a lot of splashes, but man, let's look at this dude. Is he playing in the minors? I'll laugh if he's playing in the minors. He's in the minors. 8.7 million guy playing in the minors. Yeah, I guess I can't afford it with Dog Suit's salary, so they had to throw him in the minors. That's ridiculous, dude. Ridiculous. Oh well, so Detroit made out with murder there. So we have our lines all set up. Let's get this simulation rolling up to the end of the season. Let's see if we can have a good run here at the end. Okay, so the scout is done. Let's throw this guy back out. Goalies. I know I didn't do this. I haven't done the scout for a while. So let's see. So it looks like Peckham guy still looks like he's gonna be good. This Konchanev guy. Let's do 3 weeks. Yeah, because it's near the end here, so we'll just do 3 weeks for this guy. Still looking for goalies. So let's see here. We can have a good end to the season here. So let's see. We're on a 2-game win streak. Up there we go. Nice 7-3 win there. Get some goals, guys. That's what I like to see. Up 2 very tough games right here against the Maple Leafs and the Islanders. Both of us are trying to fight for some good playoff spots. 4-1 loss there to the Maple Leafs. That's fine. The Islanders are a very good team this year. There you go. So we got a 3-5, 5-3 win there. Rangers are a bad team. We should be able to beat them. Like I said, guys, just can't beat these bad teams, man. All year, just can't beat the teams we're supposed to beat. All right, Carolina, they're a good team as well. Yeah, it looks like they'll make a playoff spot. There we go, 4-1 win there. Up, Petrovic versus his old team. And they get a 4-2 win. That's fine there. Tampa Bay, they're also a good team. Yeah, man, we have a very tough schedule here last run. End run here. Another game against the Islanders. 4-0 win. There we go. Good shutout there for Bernier. So maybe I don't know. Can we get 4 more wins here? Get a 50 win, another 50 win back-to-back season. That'll be a good season. Winnipeg, they're not a good team. I know that for a fact. Okay, that guy's done in Russia. Let's go to Russia real quick. See how that goalie turned out. Goalies. He's a top 10, but it doesn't look like his potential is going to be that big. Okay, let's see. Check out defense. Well, you know what? We don't even need defensemen. We're fine on defensemen. We really need goalies and offense. So, yeah, it looks like we have pretty much everybody scouted really well. There's a couple top 10 guys here in Swiss League, Sim Liga. There's a bunch of first rounders. Let's do it here for let's do a month. These guys in the Sim League. Yeah, we just gotta go through Winnipeg into Winnipeg and Florida. Winnipeg's not a good team. Should be able to beat them. Yeah. What are you gonna do? I'm not that mad. I know we made the playoffs, but still, it's just disappointing when we can't beat teams we're supposed to beat. Oh, there we go. All right, so let's check. There's only about how many games are left? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's only 4 games left, so there's really no point in checking the stats. Just check to see how they're doing. So team standings looks like Dallas, Edmonton, Nashville, Calgary, and Chicago are all fighting for a playoff spot up there. We're only 6 points behind the Islanders, man. We have 103 points, but we're in 4th, only because the Islanders are beating us in our division. So it looks like we're going to get stuck with a 4th seed. Possibly. All right. So goals. Tyler Ennis is trying to compete for the goals lead. He's only behind Shinkruk by 1 goal. So Tyler Ennis is trying to fight for goals this year. So good for him. Keep it up, kid. Assists. Galchenyuk with 56. Drew has 52. Is that it? Yeah, that's all that there. Points. Drew with 53. Wins. Obviously, Bernier's up there. Save percentage. Bernier up there. No. Goals against, yep, he's still up there for goals against with a 2.20 goals against average. So he's hanging in there. Okay, so we have 4 games left. Just simulate up to the end of this Ranger game. We'll check the team stats, player stats, and do a season wrap up for, oh god, I even forget what year we're in. I think we're in year 4. Yeah, we're in year 4. 2016. Yeah, we're in year 4. So 4 games left. Wow, we could get to 50 wins if we can win at least. We need to win 3 out of the 4. Boston's not a good team, so that's a win guaranteed. Let's go. Come on, get a win out of this Boston game. Nope, there it goes. Well, we now need to win 3 in a row. Nope, not going to happen. 50-win season, not going to happen this year. Doesn't look like it. Islanders, once again. Man, we had a really just tough end of the season. Win there against the Islanders, and 1 more against the Rangers. Lost there, yeah. Whatever, an overtime loss. So we didn't have the best end of the season. I would say this, we had a really tough schedule for the end of the season, so I'm not going to pull that on those guys, but still. We ended up, like I said, 2.0 wins to loss, double the amount of wins we had losses, 48, 24, and 10. Should be in the playoffs. We actually dropped, oh my god, it's a 3-way tie. Oh man, do we really get the 5th seed? Oh man, that sucks. That really does. We have 106 points, man. Dude, the East dominated this year. The East absolutely dominated. Doesn't look like... Ooh, Ennis and Shinkruk are tied for goals. I don't know if Tampa Bay has any games in hand. We'll have to check. Nope, the regular season has ended. And look who we have. As going up, you'll have a 4th phone for trade negotiations. So we did what he asked. We did get 48 wins. But it looks like, once again... We got the damn Tampa Bay Lightning in these playoffs. I'm sick of facing these guys, man. I'm sick of facing them. So let's see. If we go into coaching options. No, we need to go to GM options. No, we need to go to Stats Central. No. Oh dear. So a terrible run at end of the season right there. What are you gonna do? Take a look at this team standings. Like I said, we had a tough end of the season there. So if we look, goals for per game, 3.21, very good goals for per game. Tampa Bay obviously had better, but what are you going to do? That's that. Very good, as I want it. Goals against, 2.40. We're in the top 10, number 6 in the NHL for goals against. So still, it's good, but you still want to get to a little bit better. Our defense is going to need to do better this year. Power play, 20.5. It's around 20%, so it's kind of where you want it to be. 5th in the NHL, I'm not going to complain. And the penalty kill, 84.7. It's in the top 10. It's supposed to be near 85, so I'm not going to complain. So I'm not going to complain. We did have a good season. The East absolutely dominated this year. That's why we have such a low seed. So we'll take a look at the player stats. And we'll get ourselves ready for the playoffs to face the Lightning. Once again, I'm sick of facing these guys in the playoffs. It's completely annoying to me. So let's check this out. If we go to forwards, points. So Claude Giroux actually had once again, another over a point a game season in the NHL. So 86 points in 82 games for Claude Giroux. Very good season for him. Alex Galchenyuk, too. 83 points in 82 games, so very good for him. Tyler Ennis had 78 points in 82 games on that. I actually took him off the first line for the end of the season. I don't know why. I'm going to probably throw him back on the first line, so that's very good for Tyler Ennis, 78, so he had a very good season. Wayne Simmons with 63, Voracek at 51. Yeah, he just didn't step his game up this year. Skinner had 50, Eric Wellwood had 32, Callahan with 28, Christensen with 25, Slane with 21, Shen had 20, Couturier had 16. So very good layout for our offense overall. And now if we take a look at defensemen, so Petrovic only played 78 games. Probably had to call him up in Florida, so that's probably why. Look at all the defensemen we used this year. We used a lot of defensemen. So Petrovic had 41, Jamie McBain had 39, Brandon Manning had 37 in his first year, so very good year for him. Joseph Morrow had 27, Luke Shen had 18, Theodore had 12 in 41 games up here, Keegan Lowe had 9 in 27, and Duncan Simons had only 7 points in 80 games. So, and we take a look at goalie. Bernier didn't play bad, 2.2 goals against average with save percentage of 92.59, really 92.6, 6 shutouts. So he didn't play bad. It's just that everybody in the East played a lot better this year. So let's take a look at the AHL guys, see how they did. Like I said, I don't check the goals and assists that much. Just check out the what they have going. Who had a really good year. Oh, they're actually not even done yet. Well, we'll check that later on. But there's that. Let's check out the playoff tree. See how it looks for this season. So in the West, it looks like the Calgary Flames have the first seed. So it looks like Calgary's going to be facing LA, the AC at LA Kings. Second seed Dallas is going to be playing the Vancouver Canucks. The third seed Nashville Predators taking on the sixth seed Columbus Blue Jackets, and the fourth seed Edmonton Oilers taking on the fifth seeded Chicago Blackhawks. And in the East, the number one seeded New York Islanders are going to be taking on the Florida Panthers. The second seeded Carolina Hurricanes taking on the Buffalo Sabres. The third seeded Toronto Maple Leafs taking on the sixth seeded New Jersey Devils, and the fourth seeded Tampa Bay Lightning taking on the fifth seeded Philadelphia Flyers. So, we have the fifth seed, but we're definitely a better team than the fifth seed. I know that for a fact. The seed doesn't matter, as you guys can tell. Going for a third straight Stanley Cup, but we got to go through the Tampa Bay Lightning again. For the third year in a row, we got to play these guys in the playoffs. I just hate seeing that the East has the same teams in them all the time. But the Islanders definitely made an improvement this year. I mean, look at this record. 52, 22, and 8. Very good season for the Islanders, definitely. So, yeah, that about wraps it up. That was a pretty short video, but I kind of want to keep these videos pretty shorter anyway. So, that's about it for the season. So, we'll have to rejig these lines around, fix them up, and we'll get ready for round one playoffs against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Once again, we're all the fifth seed, so we don't have home ice advantage, but we can get it done. I think we can. I don't know. There's a lot of tough teams in the East this year. The East is going to be very competitive in the playoffs. But let's see if we can do it. Let's see if we can make our run for a third straight Stanley Cup. This one's going to be the most difficult one to get, but let's see if we can make it happen.